Welcome to Breaking Bank 28 webinar. I'm going to give you an update on this. It's coming along nicely, getting the filming done. I haven't done a webinar before, so it's just taking longer to compile it. It's not just as quick as I'm used to. Hey, film something, upload it to YouTube, done. So I've done a lot of the filming, substantial amount, and now I gotta upload it, edit it, and so on. So thanks for your patience with all that. Um, First one's going to be about proof, and it's going to bring all my proof from the past into like this format that you're looking at, like a really steady format, so you can examine every single sentence of every letter and everything. Nothing's going to be left out. Nothing's going to be shaky. I know you need proof, and I'm going to start with the proof, okay? And then I'm going to bring everything up to date, and we're going to start into the project, which I've heavily begun, of removal of credit cards. 14 of them, I think, from the credit report of the person that I operate. So, but I'm also gonna, once I move on from that, I'm going to move on to other webinars too about each product for Liberty Aid. But when I actually had the time to sit down and work on this credit card thing, I have two methods of enforcement that go along with the Liberty Aid package. And while not as strong as, well, let's not change that actually. Different. I've came up with different enforcement methods that I'll have to put into practice on the webinar over time. So there's going to be basically a really deep webinar, and all the mail's going to go out for the current credit card stuff, and you get to look at all of that. And then going to do a question and answer webinar after that, because that's going to be a lot to take in, okay? And then we'll get to everybody's questions, and then I'll go at it again. Because, I don't want to sound too dramatic, but when I really sat down last night and wrote down enforcement methods that I could come up with to add to the package, I think I came up with 14 additional methods to the two that currently exist. And so I'm not going to be able to put them all into this webinar, but I'm going to bring everything up to date, and show everyone how to do every detail of where the package is right now with notice of demand for payment and notice of lien. And then over time, in the future, I'm going to add to this webinar, a new enforcement mechanism every time. And I hope to go pretty quickly with that, but I've got an interruption. As you know, I have to go to India, happily, uniting the East and West under the trust of God, the sign trust of God. And yeah, I think that's an important mission, since trust work is so important. And what are you looking at the whole time on the screen, right? Proof that the trust is open. Okay, that is created, that I operate. Christian Ministries Trust is Bank of America right there. And let's go through another. For the first time, I am going to operate from a residential address. And so, never done that with current mail and everything. So, but I realize, my work is as good as God has made it, Jai Baba. And there's really nothing to fear. This is just paperwork. And so me running all over the place, having fear about the outcome of this stuff doesn't actually give you a clear picture of how safe and secure accounting and paperwork is. So in order to make this entire process better, because I've been saving people for years, people don't understand my life. And, that the people that I save, that are in my physical space that I save, they're very fearful, and my work scares them. So I'm trying. The few people that I choose to physically save, that are so desperate, you know what I mean, that they need everything. After these banker wars, right? Most of them women, of course. Anyway, difficult issues in the past. I've helped a lot of people. All the money donated and given, you know, I'd rather be homeless than help someone. Basically, that's where I am with this whole thing. I don't do this for the money. I do this for God, and God says, usefully serve people, and sometimes things just people come to you, people you love, people that it's just you have to help them, even if it's your last dollar. That's fine. I know God will give me more, and they don't know that, and so I have to help many people. So that's what's kept me homeless a lot. But that's over, and so I'm going to be operating from a single physical location, so my work can improve. I'm just in the space by myself now, and I really get to focus on my work. So, and more proof that you can use a trust to operate, that it's all legal. Everything I do is 100% legal. People are scared. I get that. I don't know why. I'm an accountant. I have 2 master's degrees. A master's in, what they call it, a master's in the science of accountancy. The science, right? Which is a satanic hoax. Anyway, and then a MBA, master's in business administration. Okay, and like 30 years in business, and this work since '08. So, and some before, actually. I was pretty heavily into it before, but not helping others. Okay. And uniting the East and West under the sign Trust of God. It exists, people. I know I'm the only one in America that found it. I understand that is a lot to take in. For me as well. But he did sign a trust. He really did. So, thank you for your patience and support as we get this webinar together. It's going really, really good. Really well. You're going to like it a lot. I want you to take a look at that God said, trust in me. And then he signed one trust. He signed. That's God's signature. I mean, it's overwhelming to look at even. All right. That's my work. Please send me prayers that we can operate under Mayor Baba's signed trust, because that is really, there's only one way to be saved. He comes again and again. The Ancient One, Jesus Christ, came again. There's proof if you would investigate, if you would just simply look into it, okay? Let's go through a little bit of that proof this morning, okay? I am going to read from you on page 3160 in the Lord Mayor. It's a biography of Mayor Baba. It's thousands of pages long. We'll start on page 3160. Excuse me. During the programs at Madras, I've been to Madras actually, in India. During the programs at Madras, thousands filed past Baba after taking darshan. One man took darshan on the night of April 3rd and was about to walk away when Baba interrupted the flow and called him back. Baba spelled out to him, "I know you." But none of the local lovers were acquainted with this gentleman. The next morning, Baba went out. This is such an intense passage in here. I'm going to get through it. The next morning, Baba went out for a drive with some of the Mandalay. He gave directions to the driver as if he were a long-standing resident of the city. And let me tell you, Madras is like unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's one of the largest cities on earth, and it's short and spread out. Okay. After a few minutes, they came to a building where Baba stopped the car. He got out and climbed the stairs to the second floor and knocked on a door. No one answered. Baba ordered the Mandalay to push the door open. Baba entered, and they saw the same man Baba had called back the day before at the Darshan program. The room was the man's prayer room. On the walls hung pictures of Ram, Krishna, Buddha, and other past avatars and saints. There was only one chair in the room, and Baba went straight to it and sat down. The man rose and went to Baba, sobbing and laying his head on his feet. The Mandalay watched, amazed. After he calmed down, the man narrated a remarkable story. For years, he had used the room as his place of offering devotions. He sincerely felt if the avatar were to take form again in this age, he would come and sit in this chair in his prayer room. No man had ever sat on it until Mir Baba came. He now knew for certain who Mir Baba was. Baba looked at the man with compassion and gestured, "Ask for anything?" The man replied, "I want Shanti, eternal peace." "Ask for anything but Shanti," Baba spelled out. The man repeated, "Shanti." Baba again cautioned against asking for it, but the man shook his head and repeated his request. He put his head on Baba's feet and wept bitterly. Baba placed his hand on the man's head and gave him Shanti, and his soul found peace, and he dedicated his life to Baba. I want you to know why I'm going to India, okay? We don't deserve this life of pain and struggle and slavery under Satan. America is another name for Satan, for Lucifer. It's a female form, okay, in the waters off of New York. It's a woman. A woman's body. Nothing against women, okay? But Mir Baba just explained it doesn't work like that. God has it working in a certain way, and we have to follow what God says, or we can't leave the dome. It's just that simple. So if you want to follow what he says, this is where he said what to do. He said, "Trust in me," and then he wrote down exactly how to trust in him. I think that's the most important document that exists on earth. And yes, they're not using it right now. So, I have to go explain the level of importance of this. And they don't understand the rainbow flag either. And that we're inside a dome. Mir Baba hasn't woken them up yet. So he wants me to go over there and do that. And why did he wake me first? I love him. He just did. I don't know the answer to that question either. But here it is. And I have to serve Mir Baba. And by serving Mir Baba, I serve everyone. So, a moment of silence, really, for Mir Baba, the Ancient One. And please allow me to serve you and unite the East and West under your trust. Please, Mir Baba. I'll be going on Got the tickets and everything, yes. I am legal to go everywhere, anywhere, right? Let's, hold on. Let's get the visa and the passport, right? Sent in the mail, haven't opened it up yet. There it is, the visa and the passport. So, and the plane ticket's been bought, so I'll be there about a month. I'll probably be mostly out of reach and so on. Send email contact at libertyaid.org if there's anything that I can help with. There won't be any times to get an hour of my time while I'm in India. Mir Baba says when you come to visit him, he said, I created everything. You don't think I could take care of your business and your family for the time when you come to stay with me? And that was when he was alive. He said that to people coming to Mehrabad. So, you have to respect that. I do. I don't really have hardly any money left after getting that ticket. Thank you for your support. I think the support is almost at, let's say maybe $150. Justin Dahl, thank you for your very generous donation. And the others that you donated, it's not about the amount, but the bankers gave me, what I needed. And I just barely have enough to get there. And it's something like I've heard, and now I have to make reservations. I've been invited by the chairman of the trust, Sridhar Kelkar, and I hear that it's something like $7 a day, room and board, 3 meals a day there. I wish I had more money to bring them, but I'm bringing them the ability to get more money, I believe, and so on. So, all right, thank you for joining me this morning for this, whenever you're watching. And look at christianministries.org if you'd like to support my visit to India. I decided to, anyone that it was donated for this visit, because it really calls for, who would donate, right, to this without understanding, right? Who could possibly do that? Not really anyone. So I am going to go read the name, whoever gave a donation of any amount to this venture of getting to India. I'm going to read the name of the individual that sent it in front of his grave. I'm going to read each name. I'm going to tell Mir Baba. So, and that's not getting more people to donate or anything like that. That's just, I just am saying that's what I'm doing. Okay, that's just so you know. Okay, I would just say what I do so people are aware of it. I'm not trying to do anything but what I'm trying to do. Anyway, thank you all for your support. All. One, not we. One meaning non-duality, right? God is everything, which encompasses the nothing. That's what he means by one, not we down here, right? We spin that W, it's a 3. Spin that E, it's a 3. In God we trust. People are trusting in Satan now, almost every human on earth. So we have to stop that. Get it? We have to stop that. They all have to stop that and go to the one. You see, we is like, all of us here, it's so important under the dome. No, it's important we get out of the dome. How do you do that? You get joined with the one. You follow the trust of the ancient one. Mir Baba, Jesus Christ, is the rainbow bridge between the creator and the creator of the creator. Creator being the nothing, right? And creator of the creator is everything, right? Everything encompasses the nothing. That's why he has a book, The Everything and the Nothing. That's the creator of the creator and the creator. Mir Baba, Jesus Christ, is that rainbow bridge between the two, the impossible, understandable, link between duality and non-duality. He is the only passage, the only exit out of this dome is by that individual entity of God, Mir Baba Jesus Christ, the avatar. It's the only human that doesn't have to be in a body to bring you to the higher plane and get you out of the dome. There are 5 perfect ones here, good luck finding them. But there's Mir Baba, and he doesn't have to be in a body. He can do it right now, anywhere. Okay? So, the sign trust of God. Alright, a moment of silence. Thank you, Mir Baba, for choosing me for this, and may I please serve you well and everyone else well. Avatar Mir Baba Ki Jai.